Hello and welcome to livemin.com. I'm Rahul Sharma. Here's the latest news from corporate India. First, the developments from the rupees 7,136 crore Satyam fraud, and there is some good news. Board member Deepak Parekh has said that the company has 1,700 crore rupees of receivable on its books. This means if the receivables come in, then the company's financial situation should ease considerably. And Minister for Company Affairs Premchand Gupta has said that Satyam's operations are sound and most customers are willing to stay with the company. He also announced that 3 new directors have been inducted into the existing board, taking its total strength to 6.
Considering various needs of the company, the government has decided to nominate the following 3 persons of eminence as directors of Satyam, in addition to the existing 3 directors already nominated. One, Sri Tarun Das, who is Chief Mentor of CII and a recipient of Padma Bhushan Award. 2, Sri T N Manoharan, who served as President of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India during 2006-2007. The third gentleman, Mr. Balkrishna Mainak of LIC, who has rich experience in finance, risk management, investment banking, and secondary market operations.
What is the reasoning behind choosing these 3 from a long list of probables, and what role will they play going forward? To talk about these issues, we have with us MINT's Bangalore Bureau Chief Venkatesha Babu. So Venkatesha, what will these new members bring to the table?
I think that the government has taken a conscious decision to broad-base the board. The 3 people who joined the board of Satyam bring a lot of strength. Tarun Das is a veteran CII, former president who now acts as its mentor. He has an impressive international network. He would help in stabilizing the fears of Satyam's customers by reaching out to them and talking to them. The other person who has been nominated, T N Manoharan, is a former ICAI president. He has been brought in to take a close look at the book of accounts. The last person who has been nominated is, of course, a nominee of the LIC, which is one of the largest institutional investors in Satyam. So the government has essentially, what it has done is, apart from the first key 3 people, Deepak Parekh, Kiran Karnik and Achyutan, who are have brought in 3 more seasoned professionals to help stabilize Satyam's operations, as well as to reassure both Satyam's own customers as well as its internal stakeholders that everything from now on will start functioning effectively.
All right. What does the composition of the board signify?
Essentially, each of these board members, as I did say, bring unique strengths. Deepak Parekh with his unique and in-depth understanding of the financial world. Achyutan with his background in governmental regulations. Tarun Das, because of the network, international network he brings in, as well as being the mentor of CII, he can reach out to any industry leader, both in India as well as internationally. Each one of these leaders brings in a certain amount of expertise to the table, which will really help Satyam to get back on to a growth path again.
All right. In other news, one of India's biggest IT companies, TCS, has declared its third quarter result. The company's net was up 7.17% at 1,352 crore rupees from 1,261.5 crore rupees in the previous quarter. Revenue grew 4.65% to 7,277 crore rupees, which was below the 5.7% rate expected by market analysts. Venkatesha, what do you think of the TCS results?
Little bit of a disappointment, frankly, but one has to give credit to TCS because they are operating under extremely tough external environment. TCS gets close to around 42% of its revenues from the BFSI vertical, which is essentially the banking, financial services and insurance vertical. International customers in BFSI segment are under plenty of pressure, and that's getting reflected. TCS did admit, TCS management earlier in the evening when they spoke to the media, did admit that BFSI as well as manufacturing and high-tech segments are not seeing the kind of growth rates which they have done in the past. But there is also a ray of hope in the sense that pharma and retail for TCS is growing. To that extent, while TCS results are a bit of a disappointment because unless as well as market watchers expected it to post better numbers, I think that given the overall context in which TCS has declared these numbers, it's still a pretty decent show.
All right, you said that the BFSI segment definitely has taken a big hit in the United States and other countries. But apart from that, what do you think is the reason for the results coming in below expectations?
Host of reasons. Typically, TCS has not been an aggressive price leader in the sense that Infosys margins are significantly, operating margins are significantly higher than that of TCS. But having again said that, let me qualify by saying TCS itself has a couple of unique strengths of its own. Its portfolio of offerings across industry segments are probably one of the best among Indian IT companies. TCS has a way to go. It needs to ensure that per employee productivity increases going forward.
All right, challenging times there for IT companies in the future. Thanks a lot, Venkatesha, for joining us. Well, that's it from all of us today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.